Good day, everyone, and welcome once again to a session with Coffee Talk with Mon. Okay, so today I'm here with my sister-in-law, Miss Kathleen Abaca, and we're going to talk about recruitment. So if you're someone who is in HR or in talent acquisition, then I hope you will have some very good values in this interview. Okay, so let's start. Are you ready? It's time to go. Okay, so Kath, can you tell us something about yourself?
So I'm Kath Abaca. I've actually been a recruiter for Nestle Philippines, one of the world's largest food and beverage companies for 8 years. I'm married. I have two amazing boys, Nathan and Gavin, whom I love dearly. So thanks for inviting me here today, Mon. I hope I'll be able to give insights into the viewers out there regarding recruitment or interview tips.
All right, so thank you for that. So, as some of you may understand, well, I hope you're not like me because before, when I hear about talent acquisition, I only think, oh, that's HR job. Or HR is such a, right, Kat, it's a big world. HR is such a big thing, right? But we're only going to talk about talent acquisition. So, what is talent acquisition as compared to HR or human resources work or job?
Okay, so human resources is a very big chunk of work in every company. So there are a lot of facets or a lot of HR boxes. So there is the employee services, who deal about benefits. There is the ones handling industrial relations. And also, there's talent acquisition and recruitment. So talent acquisition is really acquiring the right talents that your company needs. The right skills and qualifications, and also the right time and the right speed. So that's where talent acquisition comes in, getting the right talents and then bringing them into the organization.
I see. So yung palang sabihin ng talent management. Okay, so very specific siya to a particular need, which is the more of hiring the right people.
Yes.
Okay, talent acquisition.
But just to correct you, Mon, talent management is different from talent acquisition. So,
okay.
In most big multinational companies, talent acquisition or recruitment team is usually a different group from talent management. So we hire the right talents, but once they are brought into the organization, there is a new group of people whose specialty would be to further hone the talents that you bring in. So that is talent management.
I see. So the word recruitment, basically, is it equivalent to talent acquisition or talent management?
It's talent acquisition.
Talent acquisition.
For big companies, that's the case.
Yes.
But probably for some small or medium companies, those two functions can be handled by one team. So it really depends.
Okay. So I guess some of our viewers right now could possibly be entrepreneurs or starting to build your team. So as we learned from our mentor, a team is very important, but unfortunately as an entrepreneur, at the start, you will have to be everything. And that includes recruiting or bringing on people to be on your team. So that's why we are here today, to learn some tips and tricks or some recruitment hacks, talent acquisition hacks from Kath today. So are you ready, guys? So Kath, will you share with us some of your tips and tricks regarding talent acquisition?
Okay, when you say talent acquisition, usually the recruitment process for companies is a long end-to-end process. So how it works normally is there is a need or a vacancy that the company has. So the recruiters now will then go to the managers who need these people just to understand the qualifications and the details that you need. So what are the talents that you really want for the team to look for. And then once you have that profile, you then go to the search engines. So you have a lot of tools, but I think most companies use LinkedIn right now. That's the top tool to use now. JobStreet, not so much, but it's still in LinkedIn. And then also you have employee referrals. That's one of the top as well, referrals from the company's employees. So those two. And then once you search through some profiles and then you find ones that are the right fit, then you will give them a call. And then there are a lot of tools that come in after that. So the process would be either the recruiter needs an initial interview. This can be done usually nowadays since everything is online. You can do it over the phone. You can do it via webcam, Zoom, so yeah, Facebook and all that. So make the initial interview. Just find out if they have, the baseline things that you would need for the position. And then once you have that, then you can also send them a link for them to accomplish online exams. So there are behavioral exams, there is cognitive English exam, just to see, if they have the right logical reasoning and all of that. So if they pass the exams, then comes another interview, but this time it would be with the managers who require that vacancy. So it's usually a front or a live interview. They will be invited to the company. So if the managers like them, then there's the go signal, and then usually the next steps will follow job offer, and then we have another assessment where you do a background check.
CI?
Yes, CI.
Character investigation?
Yes.
CI.
So there are external agencies who handle that one. So yeah, and then after that would be the job offer stage, and then you bring them into the company. So which part of the long and time process?
Let's go back to the start. Just
Okay.
Baka kasi meron tayong mga viewers who are applying for jobs. Karami mga nawala ng trabaho ngayon sa pandemic. So they might be wanting to apply to a new job. And you said something about you check first for baseline, something that they should have. So ano ba yung mga baseline na hinahanap ninyo before you even consider them to be acquired?
Okay, baseline competencies, it depends on the employer. If, for example, they would want a college graduate, some would be alright with high school graduates, or people who have taken vocational or technical courses, at least minimum 2 years, for example. So that would be very baseline. Another would be, of course, the right skills and qualifications. So for example, if you're looking for an engineer, then creativity is not really important if you're looking for an engineer, right? If you're looking for a marketer, then we also look at experience, expertise. There are some companies who also look for example, there are a lot of BPOs now, so they're looking for specific BPO experience, because they say that the culture in a BPO is very different from just a normal regular work schedule in the office.
So how about yung speech? Kasi mo BPO, so baka kailangan magaling ka mag-English? Automatic ba yun? Baseline na yun?
Actually, basic yun for all jobs. The basic English, of course. But for companies like BPO, or if you're someone going to work as a marketing person or a salesman, then your level of English proficiency should be significantly higher. So the manager or the companies set those standards.
Okay. Alright. So after that, so you said you will now send them links, for example, for exams. So ito pong mga exams na to, are these all proprietary to a company, or like for entrepreneurs, are there like online free assessment tools that they can use?
It depends on the companies, but there are so many exams that are provided out there, but usually, of course, they come with a price. Like in the company I worked with before, we would use the cognitive index or predictive index. So that would be a little bit more expensive, because when you take that exam, what my employer looked for before would be the probability of you being successful in a certain position. It's like a predictive assessment thing. But there are other online exams that will just really gauge your intelligence, mental agility, cognitive, the way your mind works, problem solving. So those would be a little bit lower in terms of expenses. It's not really a given though. So it depends on the company.
Alright, so definitely each company has their own. But if like if I'm an entrepreneur and I need to hire someone, I can get some cognitive exams and then just get the results from there.
Yeah, you can look through the internet. There are so many tools now, and not everything has a price. So there are a lot of online.
But is this the same as what do you call that, like the DISC system or the personality typing kind, or is it different from, like when you say cognitive? Is it really just rather than as a whole or as a
the cognitive is really how your mind works, how it
okay.
thinks, how it interprets information, how it solves problems, how it comes up with solutions if a certain situation is given to you. Looking at figures, what would be the next? It's like a mix of logical reasoning, mechanical reasoning. Like the exams you have, the entrance exams in colleges.
Yes.
Basically, so
That's cognitive, yung model?
Yes, that's
Oh,
cognitive.
okay.
So
Yung
that
pala
would-
ginagamit sa school. Cognitive. Okay.
medyo ganon. So actually, the fresh graduates are the ones who really score high in that kind of test because their minds are still, it's still used to solving those kinds of problems. But sometimes, those who take around, who have been working for 10 years already, but these are really intelligent, successful professionals, sometimes they're the ones who score low because their minds are not.
Nag-iba na yung mind,
Oo,
like the way their mind works.
Yeah.
I see. So if I am like 30 plus or even 40 plus and I need to apply for a new job,
You have to practice.
practice
Yes.
cognitive search for cognitive exams on the internet and practice. I see. Okay. So what's next after that?
So that's so that is for cognitive, the way your mind works. And then you mentioned earlier about personality exams. So that is another set of exams which of course will measure potentially measure what your character, your personality is. Like how you deal with challenges, are you a quality-oriented person? But those exams are not, of course, you cannot say that they are 100% accurate. Recruiters are wise enough not to really assume that whatever the result is in the exam, then you're this kind of person. They will not box you. So they know well enough not to do that. So so it's just more of a supporting tool that they use so that later on, when they get to interview the applicant, they can validate further the results of her personality or cognitive. So during the interview, they will validate, is she really this kind of person? Will she, if she's given this job, is this really what she will do? So ito ba talaga yung potential niya? So it's just a supporting tool. But the make or break would really be during the interview process.
With the manager or with HR?
Both.
Both.
Normally, it's HR first to interview. And then the manager after. So the HR screens it. The HR interviewer will gauge initially if that applicant is a good fit for the role that the manager is looking for. So when you say fit, it can mean one would be the job fit. So HR can assess that. Kasi the recruiter already knows the skills and qualifications that the manager is looking for. So initial job fit is there, experience is there. The next would be behavior fit. So the managers will also tell you, hindi lang, just because you can do a job doesn't mean you're the best person for the job. Nowadays, people look at your personality, your character, and your values. So that's what matters. It's just as important. The values matter just as much as the skills and qualifications of the applicant. So the values also, there are a lot of behavior-based questions that the HR interviewer will ask.
Wala yan dun sa mga exams, mga online exams, wala. It's the interviewer now.
Yes. Kasi it's so easy to hide in online exams. Diba? Yeah, so, but it's, during the interview din naman, I mean, it's, recruiters are not mind readers. I mean, they can really tell the kind of person you are during the interview, but we do the best we can in that short time.
So how about this? I think pareho naman siya dun sa idea that a lot of our viewers are also have the same mindset that when you are hiring people, you hire for talent rather than skill. So does that mean dun siya pumapasok? Like kaya may behavioral, kaya may something else? Parang you're actually looking at the attitude rather than the skill of the person.
That's also true, but it really depends on the employer's definition of talent. I think the trend nowadays is that employers are wise enough to look for people again who are not only experts, I mean skillful, like skill-wise they have it, but those who can actually make significant contributions in the long term. So they look at skills, qualification, they look at their values. Is it fit with the company values and the culture. And then third would be your potential for growth. So you don't just hire someone because you think, oh, he'll be good now or in the next few days he can do this. But if you feel that he won't be a person who can adjust to changes, for example, that your company always experiences, then it's not really realistic to hire this person. Kasi when those changes come, and they will come, then this person can leave or be unsuccessful. So when you say you hire for talent, it's skills, qualifications, it's a behavior fit, and it's also the potential of that person for growth in the future.
Good idea yun po sa mga mag-hire natin, especially those who are building teams right now, our entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually maganda yun. So that means, doon pa lang sa mga online exams, kung kaya talagang maging truthful ka na. Kasi lalabas at lalabas, when mag-interview ka with HR.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
Okay. So let's say makapasa kay HR, pumasa. Then, how big are the percentage of makapasa ka sa HR, makakapasa ka na kay manager?
Ay. that's a different story. Kasi the HR recruiters, they know the basic questions, the basic qualifications. But when the applicants go to the managers are more selective. Kasi the managers also consider that there is a different culture that the company has, and the applicant has to be fit for that overall organization culture. But every department within that one company has its own culture. So for example, if you're looking for someone in finance, iba ang culture ng finance department versus culture sa engineering department. So iba pa yung set of things na nahanap mo. And the manager knows that. He knows exactly who the person he wants for in the job. So mas meticulous si manager naman. So, and most of the time pa, interviews nowadays, talagang panel interview yan. So, mga 2 to 4 managers will be there, grilling the applicant.
So, mostly ito panel interview, hindi one-on-one to?
Hindi na. Well, meron mga ano pa rin ngayon, na one-on-one na manager, but from the company that I came from before, the managers really want to also assess applicants as a group. Kasi there are things that one interviewer would not be able to see, that the other interviewers would be able to see or feel. So usually after the panel interview, then they would talk further na, ito, I felt this, could you validate this, and then what do you think? So it's usually panel interview.
So more of fit ba sa team namin, sa department namin? Yun yung hinahanap ngayon ng mga managers.
Yes, parang it weighs, the team fit weighs just as heavily as the skills and qualifications required for the role.
Which is, yung skills and qualification, ang nag-check ng HR.
Actually, the basic HR can check. Pero syempre, when it comes to the expertise na, the nitty-gritty, si manager.
Si manager na yun.
Si manager.
Okay.
Kasi like, for example, if you want an operations engineer, so the manager has questions, na very technical questions, na tatanungin si applicant, which HR will not then comprehend that.
Yes.
So then,
But sa bagay, because in my last job as an area manager, sales area manager, si talent recruitment section under talent acquisition and management group. So parang ganun siya. So sila, ang inahalaw nila, basta pasok dun sa requirements ni HR, dun sa basic requirements, kaya nila, interview nila, merong cognitive exams din ganyan. And then finally, papasa sa amin as area managers. Tapos kami na ngayon mag-discuss about the job. About the ganyan, ito yung gagawin, ito yung role mo, ito yung ganyan.
Right.
Ito yung totoong role mo, hindi yung diniscuss yun ng recruiter. Kasi syempre si recruiter, ang ano nila, numbers eh. Kailangan maka-fill in kami ng mga tao. So mostly, basta pasok ka sa graduate ka, ganyan ka, gusto mo mag-sales, sige. Tapos kami nang bahalang magsala. Diba? So, what can you advise pagka gano'n yung setup?
I think, okay, I can see some things that parang sayang if that's the setup. Kasi if recruiters are there merely just to fill in the number of vacancies, even for mass hiring, then sayang yung time ng managers. That's what is very precious kasi a manager's 1 hour is worth thousands. And eventually you can the company sayang yung cost eh. And the managers will be angry. I mean, it's the you have to, if you're an employer, you really have to look for effective recruiters. I mean, who can at least gauge 60% or 70% if this applicant is qualified or not.
So yun ang magandang benchmark. Kung si talent acquisition can be 60 to 70% accurate already, na may malaking chance na more than 50% papasa ka kay manager, then mas maganda.
Dapat. So that no time or no effort is wasted. In my employer before, and also I think this is also a standard in the recruitment industry. 1 out of 3 applicants that the HR sends to the managers, basta may 1 na pumasa sa screen, then that would be very acceptable
ratio.
Success rate.
1 out of 3. That's only 30%.
Oh, wonder. Pero if the recruiter just, gives that perfect candidate, isang interview lang, nakuha mo natin, that's one of the most refreshing feeling in the world for a recruiter.
Yung experience mo ba, more of what ang re-recruit mo?
I've had experience recruiting for employees in factory setup.
So, okay. Factory meaning sila yung mga engineers or yung mga tao na mag-handle ng mga machinery.
Yes, so this would be the blue-collar workers.
Yes.
So factory workers, raw material handlers, operators, technicians.
Okay.
This would be like associates, and then also supervisors, production supervisors would handle people. And I've also had experience filling in vacancies for the corporate or the headquarters. So this would be the executives, managers. So it's quite complex. So people from marketing, finance, medical representatives, IT people.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Pero at least you got the whole range of it. From blue-collar, mga factory workers, to supervisors and managers and even executives.
Yes.
Wow, that's a great experience. So, syempre, alam pa naman yung sagot, pero saan ka mas masaya? Nagre-recruit ng blue-collar workers o sa mga executives and managers?
What do you mean? As a person who doesn't know anything about the recruitment.
Parang mas masaya yung parang mas masaya yung managers and executives. Although mas parang high pressure kasi, tama ba? Mas high pressure pagka ganun. Mas masaya bang mag-recruit ng mga workers and
I think, ako kasi very emotional person. So, my purpose matters a lot to me. So, I look for that in my line of work, and I felt the most fulfillment when I was hiring for the factory.
Really?
The managers.
Wow!
Kasi these are blue-collar workers, and most of the people that I've hired come from provinces. And ano talaga sila, yung being a part of coming into Nestle, being offered a job in Nestle talaga is something, it's a milestone for them kasi they feel that this is an opportunity for them to send their kids to school, to have that livelihood for their family. So that actually given favorite part of my job is giving job offers to these people. Kasi I had one, he was a very big guy, in his 40s probably, and I gave him a job offer. He would be a raw material handler working at that job. And during the job offer, he shed tears of joy. So parang he was telling me na, Kath, thank you so much for this. Finally, mapapabuhay ko yung pamilya ko, yung mga anak ko makakaaral. And he was really weeping during the job offer. So that for me is
life events. Kumbaga sa kanilang major life event, as of course, probably to managers or executives, medyo parang walang ganung dating. Siguro to them is all about the money, probably. All about the prestige or the money. But then the other side, the blue-collar workers, it's really a matter of life-changing, life-altering.
right.
Yung effect na mabibigay nyo sa family nila. I see. Very nice.
And normally then, another reason why I like that work or the factory is these people are very appreciative and they are very grateful. They have no questions. Walang question about, okay, can the company give me this?
Oo.
What about the benefits? What will happen to me? When will I be promoted?
Oh.
Yeah. So there are some applicants, of course, if they're manager, exec, VP. Of course, you're already in that position. So you wouldn't get there if you haven't really achieved and accomplished much, right? So these are people who have high expectations. So it's not like and these managers are those people, the applicants. Usually, the recruiters are the ones who search for them. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are looking for an opportunity, but we look for them in LinkedIn. Even if their status is they're not interested, they're not looking. So liligawan mo sila. Okay, so yung mindset nila is, I'm not looking for work, I'm happy with my work. So as a recruiter,
may konting taas ng
so as a recruiter, our job really, or the challenge there, is liligawan mo talaga itong mga to. And then during the job offer, mas lalo mo pang liligawan. Diba? So parang some of these people, they ask for, they have some demands, but they ask respectfully naman. Pero medyo pipigain ka lang ng konti about the benefits and all that. So, yeah, it's more challenging.
Okay. So, tama ba? Nakakompleto na ba natin yung process? So, from the application all the way to the interview with the HR, and then the manager, and then meron pa bang pagdikit yun?
After the manager interview, if the manager already selects that one applicant, then the task now for the next steps goes back to the recruiter. So, of course, we will do a character reference or background check. So, there's an external agency. Kamusta ba, talaga bang nag-graduate siya dito sa college na to? Kailan?
Oh my gosh. Baka recto lang yung kanyang diploma.
Oo, yari tayo dyan. Oo, atos yan, atras. And then also part of the character reference would be the companies that he said he worked at. Did he really work in those companies, and how was his performance? Because of course we also have to look at siya ba ay nag-resign or terminate? Meron ba siyang naging record because of behavior?
Okay.
You also have to do that check. And then NBI. Okay, meron ba record ito? No, nahirap na.
Criminal record.
Criminal record, nahirap na. So that's the character reference. And then also a medical exam.
Of
That's
course.
standard for all.
Ayun, APE.
Parang
ganon.
ganon
Yes.
peg. And then if the candidate passes both of those, then the next step will be the job offer.
So, sa inyo pa rin yung the job offer?
Yes, the job offer.
Okay. So, dun sa, mabalik lang dun sa NBI. Okay, di ba alam ko kasi lang kung you've seen the movies, or even yung na parang ex-cons, that's what they call them in the United States, diba? Ex-cons have a hard time finding a job. Ganon din ba sa Pilipinas?
Well, okay, as much as I wouldn't want to say na hindi ganon,
Okay.
it really depends on the employer. There are some employers who do their best not to discriminate or be biased. So, but I can't say na
For sure.
I can't say for sure kasi yeah, we are, unfortunately, there is still that yung meron ka na agad na what do you call that, unconscious bias or mistake mo ka na
Okay.
Oo.
It doesn't matter kung ano yung reason na kanyang pagkakakulong.
Hindi, aalamin mo kung bakit.
Oo.
Was he falsely accused, for example, or
Okay, juvenile delinquent before.
yeah, so may ganun din.
Tapos nag-reform, nakapagtapos sa mga pag-aaral. Depende pa rin. Depende. Were you ever able to hire somebody yung katulad mo?
I have never encountered an applicant na na-discover that had a record. So I was never faced with that predicament.
Pero at the end naman, hindi mo rin naman kasi magiging control yun, di ba? It's still the company who will decide.
Yes. Pero the recruiter also has a say. Kasi of course, HR or the manager will ask you Ikaw ang expert So what do you think? Kasi if they really like the person, then pwede naman.
I see. Okay. So yun na, nakapag-job offer na, then, kasi tinanggap na. So may work pa ba si talent acquisition?
From where I worked before with most multinational companies, the job of the recruiter is until the employee onboarding.
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 Okay.
So,
Tinanggap na yung job offer,
Yeah.
onboarding.
On-board na siya. So, kunyari, first day niya, meron pang, there are the basic trainings or programs
Yes,
that he has to go through. So, the new employee orientation, about the company, what's the culture, what are the values,
Yeah.
what are the safety policies and guidelines. So, the standard, it's also the recruiter who gives that out, conducts the orientation. And then after nun, we will just monitor basically yung appraisals na every third and fifth month. How is he doing during the probationary period?
During the probationary period.
And then just get the requirements na kailangan niya during the probationary period. And then after that, ano na, si talent management na, si people development ng bahala.
Okay. Doon na yung handover. Doon.
Functional trainings na siya with the manager of the team.
Yeah, I remember, of course, in my last job kasi, I was in sales for the second half, but for the first half, I was in training.
Okay.
So basically, yung talent acquisition and management group namin nun, so merong recruitment, so sila yung naghahanap ng mga sales officers. Pag na-hire na, kami na yung mag-handle ng training, 3 weeks training, and then after nun, i-deploy na sila, so that the handover is there to the area manager, the sales managers, together with sales support, yung third group namin.
Okay.
Sila na ngayon yung nagsusupply ng laptop, ng mga materials sa mga sales officers pag naka-deploy na sila.
Right. So parang meron kayong sales admin support who handles
Yes.
all of those
Yes.
tools needed, vehicles, laptop, tablets.
Okay. So, okay din pala. So, maganda pala na ganun din yung style dun sa bank assurance where I last worked. Na ganun na lang. Okay. So, meron pa bang hindi na share sa mga about talent acquisition? Yung mga gustong pumasok sa talent acquisition as a career, what would be your advice to them?
Talent acquisition as a career. Well, if you want to be in recruitment, then you have to really love talking to people.
Okay.
Because that will be bulk of your work. You will be interviewing applicants day in and day out, how many hours a day. And you should be an extrovert, I think. A natural extrovert.
Natural extrovert.
Para mas
Okay.
mag-enjoy ka. I mean, I'm not saying it's not for introverts, but there are some introverts din naman na recruiters, pero para lang mas mag-enjoy ka, sana, medyo extrovert and very social person. You have to be also very analytical. You should know what you're looking for and how to draw that sa applicant during the interview. Sila madali, have to be very patient. And then the world of talent acquisition nowadays, with all of these, social media, with all these changes, new systems, you also have to be very adaptable. Ang dami ng tools ngayon, hindi na siya yung traditional na meron kang questionnaire na may form, meron test sa papel.
Nabot ko pa yata yun na. Yes.
Wala nang
Wala nang ganun.
Oo, so there are tools online that the recruiters use that can help you really decipher if you're looking for the right person. So dapat agile ka din to learn new systems, new things.
Meron pa ba yung naalala ko yun nga, yung meron pa mga papeles na may part doon na parang hindi siya, parang buhulaan mo yung susunod na sequence. Yung gano'n?
Yung sa mechanical reasoning ba yun? Yung parang may mga boxes,
Oo,
pattern?
may tawag dun eh. I forgot yung tawag dun. Pero meron gano'n, di ba?
Yes.
Dahil paborito ko yun eh. Ito na yung part ng exam na
Yun na yun.
It's
It's usually the cognitive index exam that we used in my former company that still has parts of that.
ganun talaga.
Yeah, it's one of the things that they're mentioning.
How about naman for those who are going to apply for a job soon? So ano naman ang magiging tips mo sa kanila to be able to help them, get through the whole process of the recruitment and the
My advice as a recruiter would be, not just to apply for any job. I mean, you really have to know what you want. You have to do a lot of introspection. I mean, what matters most to you when you look for work. Kasi more than half your life will be work. Okay? So you have to enjoy what you're doing. You have to feel accomplished when you do that thing. So it's nowadays, especially with the millennials, the younger generation, it's all about purpose. It's not just which company or which job will land me the highest pay, the fastest promotional track. So it's not that anymore. There also has to be a sense of purpose. So before you apply very excitedly for any job in the internet that you see, you have to first again identify what's your purpose. Do you have dream jobs? You can list down ano yung mga jobs na gusto mo that you think you will, you feel accomplished in. And then also, you have to be qualified at the very least for that job. Okay? Sometimes applicants get too excited, masyado silang nasisilaw sa mga nakita nila yung word na specialist, executive, manager. But as it turns out, yung skills and experience nila fall very short. So you have to be realistic as well. You have to know muna what you can do, what you have done, what you can bring into the company. Huwag kang excited na trigger happy, okay? So, I know some people sobrang excited, they landed an interview, and as it turns out, parang napahiya sila. Kasi masyado nilang pinaganda yung resume nila, hindi naman pala katotohanan. Okay? So you have to be realistic. You have to be true to
Best
yourself.
foot forward, pero truthful.
Yes.
Okay.
Kung qualified ka because of the skills, the competencies, the soft skills and experience, then go for it. Makikita mo naman yun sa job description. You would have a sense of it if you're qualified. So if you are qualified, then that's a go. That's one. And then the next important thing, again, I mentioned earlier about your personal values have to be in line with the corporate values.
Okay. So, konting research on sino ba yung company, ano ba yung value system nila, ano ba yung culture nila,
Yes.
or if there are people you know who are in that company already, mas madali, you could ask.
Right.
Diba?
Yes, right. You have to do a lot of research into that job and the companies. The internet naman has all the information I think you can ever need. So, alamin mo, what does this company stand for? Ano yung product niya? If it's important to you that this product does good to the society, then, di ba, kailangan ganon. So, like for example, I remember I had this applicant before who we hired. This applicant worked for a tobacco company, still employed during that time, and he was hired by the tobacco company when he was still single. And then he had a high-paying job, had a good position. In 2 to 3 years, he got promoted even. So I had to really grill him and ask him during the interview, why apply? Why leave your company? And then he said, well, during the time when I entered this company, I was still single. My objectives were different then. But then I got married, and now I have a 2-year-old boy. And then one day, I just asked myself, what if my son one day asks me, Dad, why do you work in a tobacco company? And that question or that thought was his eye-opener. Parang I'm a father now. I have to think more than just, any job that will give me higher.
Kasi saka kung ano rin, di ba? Kung mga anak mo, kung tatanong about a cigarette, and you say, don't take a cigarette, pero ikaw nagtrabaho pa sa cigarette company.
Exactly. So, hindi na naging aligned yung personal values and now that he was a father. So, he did that. So, again, the purpose or the values of a company that you're applying for is also important. You have to really dig deep within yourself. What are your personal values? Is it aligned with the company values? If it is, then
Okay.
I think some of the things I'll advise I also mentioned know what it is your skills are, your experience are. And when you look for a job, make sure that you're qualified initially to fill that job. And then also know your own purpose, your values. Because of course, looking for a job or landing a job is also life-changing. So it has to be aligned with the company values as well. Be very patient. I think with this pandemic that struck us, parang there are lesser companies who are actually looking at hiring more people, and there have been several companies as well who have either freeze hired or they have been laying off. So be a little bit more patient. But again, just look at the tools, use the tools, LinkedIn, JobStreet. Yeah.
Okay, so kung meron tayong mga viewers na nag-a-apply, gusto nilang, Miss Kath, pwede mo ba akong tulungan how to have a better chance of being employed? Okay lang ba yun?
Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah, I actually like giving advice to applicants before, and also applicants who became employees before, about anything. So it can be about tips on how to be good in an interview, or my next career move, or what are the skills I need to work on right now that I'm in this company. So yeah, anytime.
So even siguro yung mga like maybe they're currently in a job right now, meron pa naman silang trabaho, but then, am I in the right job? Tama ba itong pinasukan kong career? Then they can also reach out to us, and then they need some help or guidance from you.
Yeah, sure.
Very good, that's very good. So, guys, pag meron kayong mga questions for Miss Kath, or you want to reach out, ask for her guidance or her help or some advice, just comment below magbigay lang kayo ng comments, and we'll reach out to you. Okay, so Miss Kath, any final words pa before magpaalam tayo sa ating viewers?
Ano lang, just well, be safe. First of all, be healthy, especially during this time. So, also, siguro know yourself very well when you do look for that job and do go to interviews. Be confident. I mean, you have your own strengths, you have your own competencies, so just believe in yourself.
Okay. So guys, meron pa tayong pwede pa tayo magkaroon ng part 2. Yung part 2 natin can be tips and tricks on how to do the interview.
Yeah.
From the point of view of the applicant, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yan, kung kayo ay aplikante ngayon and you're going to a job interview soon, so we could have a part 2 of this. But, para mangyari yun, of course, we need you to, of course, like, comment, and share this video. Pag wala pong ganun, ibig sabihin nun, ayaw nyo marinig yung mga tips and tricks ni Miss Kath regarding acing that interview. Okay? So, see you guys soon. Don't forget, like, share, and comment. And thank you for watching this Coffee Talk session with Mon. And we'll see you again soon. Bye!
Bye!